Smartphone companies, they come up with all kinds of things.
Photonic engine.
120-watt superbook charge.
Brightest OLED mobile display.
64 megapixel, a 200 megapixel.
Some of this stuff has merit, but a lot of this stuff is simply created to make them sound cool and get you to buy their phone. So let me help you understand this stuff and you can see right through it, okay? Let's go. And one of the most abused ones is screen brightness, which is measured in nits. And in the last few months, this has become a pissing contest between manufacturers where one manufacturer says we are higher than the other. Like I just heard Realme GT60 boast 6,000 nits of peak brightness. And so it's really just ours is higher, so we are better kind of a thing. You know, just a way for them to stand out of the crowd. Don't fall for it. In my opinion, just disregard peak brightness. It's only for HDR content and it applies to a very small area of your screen. Instead, look at high brightness mode values. This is the brightness that actually matters when you're in a very bright situation, even if for just a few minutes. Now, you would have noticed, brands have started to remove chargers and earphones from their boxes and saying they want to save the environment. Let me introduce you to a concept called greenwashing. So, greenwashing is the practice of marketing a company so they appear more environmentally friendly or more ecological, when in practice, its activities pollute the environment.
100% clean electricity.
Carbon neutral.
Carbon footprint.
Sustainable choices.
So again, while there may be some level of, saving the planet, but it's quite less compared to the damage that's done in producing these smartphones in the first place. If anything, all of this really helps the brands in reducing their shipping costs and increasing their revenues through sales of these chargers and earphones. You must have seen brands selling their earphones or chargers at a lower price as a result of some bundling or combo offer. Well, that's what this is. Alright, another example of mine is bigger so I am better is camera megapixels. 50 megapixels, 64 megapixels, 108 megapixels, 200 megapixels. Let me tell you, for majority of us, people like you and me, such high numbers, they don't really matter. Firstly, what truly determines the photo and video quality are sensor size, the optimization, the stabilization, and the machine learning algorithms. And that's the reason why Google Pixel phones, they give you such phenomenal results year after year. It's their processing algorithms. And secondly, most smartphones are set to 12 megapixels or 16 megapixels mode by default, unless you go into settings and change them to a higher resolution, or go into Pro mode, which lets you use the high megapixel lenses. And if you don't do that, you'll actually never end up using them. So seriously, for all you know, if you've got a 50 megapixel or 64 megapixel camera smartphone, just check what mode you're on and you'll see what I'm talking about. In short, don't just fall for megapixels. Next up is charging speeds. And we keep hearing this stuff, right? OnePlus with SuperVOOC charging, Vivo with flash charge, or Motorola with turbocharge. And they all just keep showing off their wattage or the speed with which they can charge phones to 100%. Now, this isn't entirely a gimmick. There is some truth to it, but some of the truth is actually hidden. So first of all, you should use the cable and the charger that the company provides or sells to actually hit those guaranteed high peak charging speeds. High peak charging speed? To hit those guaranteed peak charging speeds. Now, you may get a third-party charger and a USB Type-C cable to get the max rated speeds, but there is no guarantee.
It's too risky.
Next, those peak charging speeds are only actually achieved for a short duration of that charging time. So if you've got a 100-watt charger, you're not charging at 100 watts all throughout. Also, if during that time the phone gets warm or hot, the wattage is dropped and the device will be charged slowly. Also, such high charging speeds, I understand for someone who's always on the go and needs that juice really instantly, I get it. But for majority of us, and for majority of the time, do we really need such high charging speeds? I typically go to bed, I plug in my charger, wake up with a full battery. So that's something I really want to know from you guys. Let me know in the comments. Next, and this one is a bit subjective, but I'll share my opinion regardless, okay? So, curved displays. A lot of brands market curved displays as a thing, that it looks nice and it's more immersive because it has lesser bezels. And yes, that's true, it does look better. But it's got issues that you end up dealing with and you only realize later, okay? So first, accidental touches. A lot of the times your palm is touching the edge of the phone and that causes accidental touches. It's rare, I agree, but it's frequent enough to annoy you. Second, let's say your phone falls and it happens to land on the edge. It's very likely to crack in case of a curved screen, and so it is high maintenance. Third, you can't find tempered glasses or the screen protectors very easily which fit really well and have no bubbles and don't collect dust on a curved display. And fourth, screen glare. This is also a common issue with curved displays. Flat displays, on the other hand, are a lot easier to use and protect. And guys, there's a whole lot of other stuff I still haven't talked about, but if I was to briefly mention, first is 8K video recording. I don't think you have 8K displays publicly available or commonly available for you to even see that 8K content. What are you gonna do? QHD displays is the second one. FHD plus displays are absolutely great. Your eyes really cannot tell the difference significantly between the two. Third, 144Hz refresh rate as compared to 120Hz. The difference, again, you cannot tell really. Next, wireless charging capability. I mean, it's slow. It heats up your phone and it's not good for your battery overall. I don't know why people want to depend on it. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's not like a critical requirement. And then there's, stuff like Nothing Phone 2A that, with the see-through design and the glyph interface, you get bored of that stuff so quickly. It's really not funny. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this stuff isn't cool or that it's not good. They are, but it's just not, it doesn't add as much value as much as it ends up increasing the cost of the phone or being used as marketing gimmicks to sell to you. And look guys, there are still things that companies do to actually add value. They come up with stuff like Vision Booster for display by Samsung, or there's Trinity Engine for performance by OnePlus, or there's the supercomputing chip Q1 by iQOO for gaming, and Vivo has the V3 chip for, imaging. All of this stuff, it actually impacts your experience. I've seen it personally and they work wonders. So even if they did add some price, that's fine. So yeah, all of this stuff makes sense, but a lot of the other stuff is just hype around features that don't add as much value, but companies often use them to lure you into buying their phones. And again, they're not bad features, they're actually really good. It's just that don't make them the decision-making point. That's all. I hope this video really clarifies what I was trying to. If not, there's always the comment section. Please feel free to ask me any questions that you may still have unanswered in your mind. I'll help you out. Alright, thanks for watching guys. If you did enjoy watching the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification icon and mark all. Helps the channel a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one.